Brotome, thank you for donating the food funds. A lot of what you said this stream about anxiety and mental health really hits home. Thank you for sharing and for making time to closely examine and appreciate the media and discussions we go through on stream. Yeah, no, it's always one of my favorite things. And it is why I'm thinking about going back to school and doing like psychology and like really learning a lot about that without necessarily, like, I don't even know if I necessarily want to become anything related to that field. But I would just love to know like the actual, like, well-educated enough so that when people say like, oh, you can't say this thing, you're not a psychiatrist, you don't know, you're probably doing more harm than good, I can just like point to a PhD and be like, look, I may not use the right words, but I did do the schooling. I am in fact a qualified psychiatrist. So yeah, that would be a really good feeling of just being like, for right now, all I can say is like, yeah, no, I'm always just talking about my own life, but I'd love to be able to like have that education and be able to like help more people with some of those discussions and dive more into like the psychological aspects of some of the games that I love. Some of the games and some of the content in general. It would just be really nice every time somebody comes on and it's just like, well, I have this condition and what you're saying doesn't represent me, and being like, correct. Every person is unique and individual, and every condition doesn't define a person. However, yeah, I just love to be able to point to a PhD degree and be like, I do have the doctorate. I do understand that, and I did not say that this has to specifically mean you. No, I really doubt I'd ever actually be able to achieve a PhD, but I do want to at least do a psychology course just so I understand some more. Sadly, the same people would not care if you have a PhD to say you're making things up. No, I know 100%. It's just, yeah. Right now, it is like always like a feeling of like, yeah, no, I get it. I'm not a psychiatrist. I can only ever talk about my own experiences and the experiences of the people around me and the things I've heard from other actual professionals. It's just, it would feel very satisfying. It would be such a clap back. Like if I ever did get a PhD, I would literally scan that shit, hide the name and turn it into my VTuber name, and just have a toggle so that anytime I wanted to, I could do both this and the PhD on screen and be like, well, actually. Oh man, I would like to know more about the stuff like that. I don't think I have energy for school. I definitely don't think I have the energy for a doctorate, but I think I could do an undergraduate in psychology. And if I enjoy that, then yeah, I might go on to other things. This is why, even though I took psychology in high school, I specify I'm not a doctor. Please do not take anything I say as an official diagnosis. Yeah, even the guys who are like trained, like fully have their doctorate, have their degree and work in that field, a lot of them have to make it very clear at the beginning of every video just because people get so aggressive about it. Like, please remember, these things are not me giving you any kind of psychological advice. These things are me talking about specific situations of specific people. The advice may not help you and may not help anyone else. It is such a natural put down for everyone, like online, to be like, oh, well, you're not qualified, so shut your mouth, and just to be able to be like, I'm qualified actually. And yeah, I just like the big dick energy of being able to say, anytime anyone's like, Mr. Ovid, it's Dr. Ovid. Thank you very much.